Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Techno Simplified. So in this tutorial, we will learn about Hawk authorization in Postman. So there are the multiple types of authorization available in Postman. So Hawk authorization is one of them. So basically what happens in the Hawk authorization, from the drop down of auth type, we select Hawk authorization and we have to provide these value, right? So this is the first field is Hawk auth id, and then second field is Hawk key value, and then the algorithms, which is by default present in the Postman. Other than that, there is one advanced field also. So for that field, we don't need to worry about. The Postman set the default value for all those fields. Okay, and I will give you once demonstration also. So for that demonstration, I will use this endpoint, and my request type would be get, and what I need to validate, I need to validate a status code as 200, and description would be okay, right? So what I'll do, I'll go to the Postman window and I'll show you how we can do Hawk authorization in Postman. All right, so okay, so I'll paste my endpoint here, and before showing you Hawk authorization in Postman, let's hit this URL and see what will happen if I'll not provide those ID and field value. Okay, so it must throw some error, right? So we will check that. Let's see what is happening. All right, so once I hit this API, what happens? If you will check this response payload, so here you will see it is throwing 401 unauthorized, right? And if you will see the body, so here also it is mentioned 401 and error is unauthorized, and then the message also it is showing unauthorized. So why it is happening? The reason is, for this endpoint there is some authentication required. As we are not providing that authentication, because of that it is throwing 401 unauthorized error. Okay, so what I have to do now, I'll go to the authorization field, and from this auth type drop down, what I'll select, I have to select Hawk authentication, right? So now if you will see, these are the fields, which is Hawk auth id, Hawk auth key, and these algorithms. If I'll scroll down, so here is the advanced configuration field, where the fields are like user, nonce, ext, app, dig, timestamp, right? So we don't need to worry about all these fields, because Postman auto generates default value for some of these fields, right, until we specify a value in these fields. All right, so what I'll do, I'll remove this because it is fetching from my previous API. Now what I'll do, I'll go here and I will copy this and I'll paste it over here in the Hawk ID, and then here also I will select and I will copy paste. Here if you will see algorithms, if I'll drop down, right, so there are these two options are available. So for this authentication we have to select SHA 256. All right, now I'll hit this endpoints, and let's see what is happening. All right, so see, now for this request we are able to see 200, okay, right, which means request is successful and server has responded as required. If you will see this payload, here also it is showing Hawk authentication successful, right? So that was all about the validation part. Now if you will go to the header section also, right, and if I'll scroll up, so here there is one field, key, right, that is authorization. And if you will see this side, right, here there is some value. So what I'll do, so as soon as my request got successful, this field, authorization field, got added in the header, right? So, and this is the value of that authorization field. All right. So whenever there is some authentication for a endpoints, so after you will hit that request, this authorization field will be added. Okay, and this is the value. See, if I will click here, you can see hawk id equals to, there is some id, right? Some values given to this one which belongs to this endpoint. So this was all about the today video. If you like my videos, please give a thumbs up. That's all for today. We'll meet in another video. Thank you for watching.